Luffy is not a good guy. What do I mean by this? It's really simple. So pretend like you live in the One Piece world, like on some random island in like the West Blue or something. You read about this guy, Straw Hat Luffy. Think about what your perception of him would be. You never met the guy. All you see is just what's written in the paper about him. Trust me, your perception of him would not be a good one. So by the eyes of the public, most of the people in the One Piece world do not think that Luffy is a good guy. Oda tries to portray him in a good guy sort of role where he's always a savior, always looking out for others. Fundamentally, he is kind of selfish because he only does it to the people that he cares about. He doesn't go out of his way to be a hero. In fact, he made that statement in Fishman Island. He said, "I'm not a hero." If he sees injustice happening to people that he cares about, he will step in. And this is often people that are nice to him or offer him food or something along those lines. But if it doesn't affect him personally, if he doesn't have anything to gain from it, he may or may not do something, but he's not gonna go out of his way to do it. Taking that into consideration, as well as the narrative that the government tries to portray about him, Luffy is a typical pirate. If anything, bounties don't say anything about him rescuing or saving or looking out for anybody. Like his first bounty, for example, 30 million berries. He got it because he took out Buggy, Don Krieg, as well as Arlong. In the eyes of the public, that doesn't make him any better than the other pirates, as he essentially took over East Blue now. Same thing happened with his second bounty, 100 million berries, where he took out Crocodile, one of the warlords of the sea, and greatly disturbing the balance of the three great powers, yet getting no credit for the fact that they rescued Alabasta. This portrayal makes it look like he was simply defeating a warlord to destabilize the government and potentially take over Alabasta. Same thing for raiding Enies lobby, declaring war on the world government, and rescuing the quote-unquote evil Nico Robin, who wants to unleash an ancient weapon on the world, earning him his third bounty of 300 million berries. That does not look good on Luffy's image in the eyes of the brainwashed public that do not know any better. Now imagine you give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, maybe he's misunderstood. Maybe there's more to the story that the government is not revealing to us. Picture his next bounty, 400 million berries. It was earned because he defeated Gecko Moria, one of the warlords, punching Saint Charlos of the world nobles, breaking into and out of Impel Down and freeing 241 prisoners, mind you, and starting a prison riot along the way. In the Summit War at Marineford, being publicly recognized as Portkis D. Ace's adopted brother, Monkey D. Garp's grandson, as well as the son of Monkey D. Dragon, the world's most dangerous man. This is not to mention ringing the ox bell, which is viewed as an act of war against the government. If you're a typical civilian, how do you not view Luffy as a criminal or something along those lines? All I have to say is that it's a good thing that Luffy doesn't care about his image, being a good guy or a hero or anything along those lines. He goes quiet for 2.5 years, you know, the time skip. Maybe you start thinking that like, okay, this guy went to the Summit War and then he reevaluated his life choices. So he stopped being a pirate, he went quiet. Comes back and what does he do? He takes out another warlord and kidnaps Caesar Clown. Not to mention forming an alliance with Trafalgar Law, one of the 7 warlords and fellow member of the worst generation, just like him. His very next bounty is ridiculous. What does he do? He infiltrates Big Mom's territory, one of the 4 emperors, is the mastermind in the plot to assassinate her, destroys her castle, defeats 2 of her sweet commanders, Cracker and Katakuri, which are no easy feats by the way, becomes publicly recognized as the adopted brother of the Revolutionary Army's number 2, as well as becoming publicly recognized as being the leader of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, consisting of 5,640 members. On top of everything, he has Vinsmoke Sanji, Prince of Germa, among the top members of his crew. 1.5 billion berries for all of this. Last but not least, Raid of Onigashima, 3 billion berries. He defeats Kaido, King of the Beasts, strongest creature in the world, gets recognized as Joy Boy, drives the Beast Pirates out of Wano, and declares the territory as one of his own. Just like Fishman Island, he is now officially one of the 4 emperors of the sea, alongside Buggy, Blackbeard, and Shanks. Now the latest news about him is that he's kidnapped Dr. Vegapunk and he has him hostage in Egghead Island. Do you now understand what I mean when I say Luffy is not a good guy in the public eye's perception? Blame the government as well as Big News Morgans for how they portray him in the media. So that's probably some advice to you to always remember that there's always more context to whatever you hear or whatever you read. While the readers, the viewers, and the people he rescues may view him as some sort of savior, in the eyes of the masses of the One Piece world, Luffy is simply a typical pirate pillager. That's also part of the reason as to why I don't think that at any point of the story, Luffy will be revealed to be a hero of the world. Joy Boy may have been a savior. Luffy just wants to be free. He doesn't really care. If he likes someone, he'll help them. them, for sure, that may be inherently selfish in its own way. Whether that's good or bad, however, that's up to you to determine. Consider all of this now. Common question of the day is, do you think that Luffy is a good guy? If so, then why? If not, then why not? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.